Hello everyone and welcome to another Warleader PvP video. Today I'm showing you some more 1 vs 1 fights from update 6 of the Today I'm showing you some more solo fights from the update 6 of the Rise of Isengard. I got some champions, I got I think a Rune Keeper, Lore Master, a Minstrel fight, and maybe 1 or 2 other things. So without further ado, let's get into this. Alright, first off is Trilos. I haven't fought Trilos anytime really recently, but I did fight him a couple times this particular evening. This time he turns around, he comes back for another pass. I wanted to try to dismount him there, did not get it off, but he dismounts himself there. Now he comes back around here, and he's coming in for the kill. He does have the Destiny Point perk for increased damage, but I do have a tree to use, so we'll see if that actually helps out at all, or if I even remember to use that tree. Trees can come in handy if you can maintain a slight movement speed advantage on your opponent. If you get the slow off with Intimidating Shout and they don't have something to increase movement speed, you can get around the other side of the tree, induct a heal. That can really help. Trees are best used against hunters, though, in all honesty. Hunters, if you use a tree on them, you can pretty much guarantee a win if you're doing it correctly. So anyway, he's pulled the fight away from the tree. I need to be stopping here and redeploying the command post and not giving him my back there. Got the command post off. I'm not really sure what I'm doing, but my movement's off a little bit. I think I might be trying to do something with only one hand. Alright, trying to get some more stuff off. I should be doing a quitters sometime soon. I'm doing really respectable damage on him, but he's also putting quite a bit on me. He's still got bubbles in reserve for whenever he starts getting a bit lower. I should be getting grip or something. Come on. Alright, there we go. Power of Fear. Quitters. Alright, there we go. I should be hitting grip fairly soon here. I'm not sure why I hit the character panel. I think I hit the wrong button there. Get the heal off. Another heal. Alright, here we go. Get a grip. Back up to 10,000. He's at 2,000. This is going to be my chance. I've got Banner of Terror finally down. I believe it was on cooldown until just then. And so he pops a bubble. Alright. So now my goal is I just need to survive, keep him at a distance as much as I possibly can. I decide I'm going to just go ahead and induct a heal there, which was a fine choice, get my morale up a little bit more. And I'm just trying to keep my movement going. Bubble is gone, so this is my chance to finish him off before he gets another bubble off. He just popped Controlled Burn, but Banner of Terror is down. And there he goes, second bubble, so I need to get distance on him once more. Pop a heal. Really need to be kiting him a little bit more effectively. He does have that slow, got my heal off, pop a second heal. That bubble should be going down in the next 5 seconds or so, and then I need to get right back on top of him. Get the heal. Come on, I should have saved that Intimidating Shout a little bit longer. That bubble's almost gone at this point, might as well just burst through it. Bubble's gone, he's at 2,500 because of regeneration while the bubble was up, and that was a long-lasting bubble. And I'm at 4,000, so this is really costing me. Getting some crits. There goes a third bubble. He should not have any bubbles as soon as this one goes down for a while, because he is in Fervor Stance and he's used some cooldowns. But unfortunately, I'm just not doing nearly well enough to actually survive this. I've been taking way too much damage when I'm trying to kite him, not kiting him very effectively at all. He's still got his sprint. So if I do manage to start kiting him effectively, then I'm just going to get myself killed. There he went and hit the Dire Need ability, so gained himself quite a bit more health. He's actually got more health than I do at the moment. He's actually swinging back and forth, but now he's got more than me once more. Heal, another heal. I'm also running out of power now. So basically what's happened is it's just been a cooldown fight, and I've popped my cooldowns, he's popped his cooldowns, and he's managed to get the advantage here. And this is going to end in his favor very shortly. I'm trying to kite, trying to get as much damage on him as I can. I've got a debuff there. That looked like a burglar debuff, but I don't think it was. And he finishes me off. But still, very nicely done by Trilos. Alright, here we go. Will Andrea. I have not fought Will Andrea in quite some time, actually. Last time I fought Will Andrea, I hit the record button and crashed the game. And then stuff was going on with that. But basically, Will Andrea used to be out a whole lot more back in the Siege of Mirkwood days. Hasn't been out so much. But I'm just trying to use the same kind of strategy I used on Radar against Will. I did not get my brand off for this particular fight, but basically my idea is full damage, get right on top of Will, pump everything I can, use cooldowns as necessary, and just make it a burst fight and actually try to win the burst fight. Will Andrea does a lot of kiting, as you can see, and also does a ton of stuns, and there another stun fired off, and that actually kept me from getting my crit to slow him down, and there didn't crit at all. So Will Andrea, I'm only really getting on top of him when he is stopping his movement. I get stunned again, and so it's just a ton of stuns, and that's all that's really killing me, is continual kiting, continual stuns, and I didn't get my brand off when I needed it. One more stun again. I got that heal off, trying to put more damage on, but at this point it's over. And there we go, that's it. And here's Fell Roden. And Fell I've not fought much either. I fought him twice on this particular evening. Basically with the Fell fights, I was just like, I want to see if that fight with Harperagon was a fluke or what exactly is going on. Fell fights in a very similar manner to Harp, who was in the video a couple of videos ago, at 35 or something like that. I remember them by their numbers because that's how I label them when I'm doing all the post-edit and stuff, so sorry about referring to them that, even though they're not named with numbers. But if you look at the playlist, they're number whatever on the playlist. That's how I keep track. But, you know, same thing. He does a lot of debuffs. He does a ton of stuns. He doesn't do the throw down the tar and kite with that, so I don't take the debuff to my fire defenses, but really it's hardly even necessary. Trying to go in commander stance and use this tree to effect, but he's just getting right on top of me. He knows that the damage output that he has is so great that he doesn't need to worry about getting into melee range with me. In fact, he wants to be in melee range. Which really, when a light armor class wants to be in melee range with a heavy armor melee class, you know something's wrong with game design at that point. You really do. The big thing, though, that I've suffered from with this is just I don't have Audacity. If I had Audacity versus these Lore Masters, it would be a much different fight. 20% extra mitigation on their stuff, it really makes a huge difference. It does. The other thing is just the amount of crowd control they fling around is just very, very hard to overcome. Alright, Minstrel fight. Pulled one Horhollow Gardener on me. At this point, I'm going to switch over to the Horhollow Farmer, actually, and I want to kill this Farmer, because I know that against almost any Minstrel, I can turtle up and survive pretty much everything they throw at me. They've got to have like a first stage, be built for damage, full damage mode, get their ballads tiered up for damage, to be able to actually burst through my defenses, and if they're not doing that, they're not built at the max for damage, they can't pull it off, and I can turtle just fine. But with an NPC on me, he'll throw off my inductions and stuff just enough that I won't be able to do it, so that's why I killed him first. Now, Latosha is already having some serious power problems, so I'm going to go ahead and jump right on and just see what kind of mitigations she's got, see how she's going with her healing. I got a crit for 700 there, so I know she's not very well mitigated. And so this is really my opportunity to get in here, put a ton of damage on, and try to kill a Minstrel. Now, I've taken a lot of crowd control, but the Banner of Terror is down, so that's going to be a nasty little effect for Latosha, who's already very low on the power pool. If she doesn't start managing her power more, trying to get some more power return stuff, she's going to run herself out real quick, and then not get any regenerations because of the Banner of Terror there. I pulled another NPC on myself, but right now I'm just on top of the Minstrel and just pumping damage, so I'm really not so concerned about it. Also, Minstrel's still running out of power, and also I'm finally starting to make a few inroads into her morale bar. So this is actually really good for me. This is my chance to actually kill a Minstrel in Rise of Isengard. This will be the second Minstrel I've ever soloed. The first one I ever killed was Kinji, and I got her because she came into the fight and she had, I think, one power potion on her at the time, because she'd been out soloing. She jumped off her horse, we went at it, she hit her one power potion, ran out of power, and I managed to kill her because she couldn't keep up the fight because she ran out of power. And that was, until now, the only time I ever managed to successfully kill a Minstrel alone. But as you can see, this one's already out of power, and now she is out of health, and that's that. And so then I run off, cut right around the back here. I think I'll pull them, but that's the end of it. And you know, I feel really pumped about that, and so then I go, I just killed the Minstrel, and I do that in OC, and then Tribemate goes, that was my wife, and wow, the mood swing. Oof. But, you know, we're a pretty relaxed tribe, and she's also part of the tribe, so we had a good laugh about it later. One thing I do want to say is Trilos, I did have another fight with him, And the second fight, he only popped one bubble, didn't have so many cooldowns available. I got him to about 500 health, and then got myself killed. And Fell Roden, I did have a second fight with him, got myself killed there. Also fought another Rune Keeper plus Will Andrea one other time. Didn't really get any success, but these fights were a lot closer than the previous video where I showed a lot of me dying. And really the differences were such that I could easily see how having an extra 10 to 20% mitigation, just having more ranks in Audacity, could really tip the fight more in my favor, give me a much better chance to win, particularly with Trilos. If I'd been able to have, say, 3 more ranks of Audacity than what I have right now in that first fight, could have been a very different story potentially. Would have been quite a bit of mitigated damage, would have helped me stay up, but I do think that in the end he still probably would have gotten me. He still had his sprint in reserve with the extra stun there that would have cropped up. But it would have been interesting to see. The main thing is that my kiting when he was bubbling really needed a lot more work. I wasn't kiting and keeping him from doing damage very effectively at all. And if I'd improved on that quite a bit more, that could have been something decisive as well. But anyway, there's still plenty of room for Warleaders to go out there and accomplish quite a bit. So just go out, see what you can do. And as always, good luck and have fun. Ugmog is out.